Beats by Dallas make it hurt.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard everywhere on the Big Time Show Facebook page, as well as my personal page on the Big Time Show YouTube page as well. Also on Twitter and on Twitch at the same time. What's going on today? What is going on, everybody? Put my headphones on because I do something wrong. Can't hear no music. Need a little music, you know. There we go. What is going on today? It's 3 o'clock, or a little past 3 o'clock, which means it's the Big Time Show. We coming. We here. We are here right now. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Coming in, of course, to talk just a little Cowboy talk, and just to see exactly if some of you feel the way that I feel about what I've been hearing on this week, primarily from haters, which is really no surprise. But they're already starting. I ain't going to waste no time. There is really, and I mean, I really don't want to be repetitive. I really don't. But it just bears repeating because the major networks are repeating themselves. The independent bloggers are repeating themselves. They're already planting the seeds of what the Cowboys are, what the Cowboys are not. We ain't kicked the ball off yet. You know what I'm saying? They have been indoctrinated and spoiled by Stephen A. Smith rhetoric. That's pretty much what you hear a lot of, and it is just unbelievable how the people are already acting and planting seeds or trying to do it. About, in particular, Dak Prescott. This is and when we start talking about Dak Prescott, we're talking about a lightning board. Well, the real truth of the matter is, when you start talking about the Dallas Cowboys, the bottom line is, and it's just the truth, it's just a lightning board type vibe. ESPN has figured that out. Fox has figured that out. If you want ratings, if you want to get some real clickbaits and etc., you simply talk about the Dallas Cowboys. That's all you got to do. Any part of it, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Dak Prescott, whoever, Michael Parsons, just anything. If you just bring it up, you're going to get ratings, and this is what they do. ESPN does not have stories, so that's why you're starting to see these. You see, well, can the Cowboys do this? Can the Cowboys do that? Because they know it's an automatic home run hitter, because the biggest franchise in sports, number one. And then, without a doubt, they have one of the biggest fan bases. And so people are already planting the seeds. They don't, what's up, Joe? I see you. They do not want to see the Dallas Cowboys come up. It'll be their worst nightmare if the Cowboys were to win deep or anything, because there's so much obvious hate there. I was a little upset this week, y'all. Appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much. I had a problem this week. And I know some of you guys saw it. But, the topic of discussion now is Dak Prescott, as it always is. And the primary question that has come up this week, and it's the same on ESPN. It's the same on Fox. When I say Fox, I'm talking about the show that Joy Taylor and LaShawn McCoy and those people on, and then on First Take is still there. And the major question is, can the Cowboys win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott? That's been the only question. That's all they've been asking about. That's it. Because they ain't got nothing else to talk about, so they got to try to find something. So what better way than to go ahead and start talking about the Dallas Cowboys? And before I say really what I want to say there, the truth of the matter is this. It's a legitimate question. Can the Cowboys actually win with Dak Prescott as your starting quarterback? It's a legitimate question. Because, let's just face it, the truth of the matter is we got a nice little sample size of a resume on Dak. We've all seen it and all that kind of stuff. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, and most of all, we've seen the results. The results are that we have not won enough, put it that way. I know we won a lot of regular season games, that's fine, but as we all know, when it's money time in the playoffs, this is when we got to find out. So I don't care if you win 17-0. If you lose in the first rounds of the playoffs, you ain't talking about nothing. And so far, the Cowboys have gotten out of the first round only to lose in the division round. That's as high as we have went. So, but the narrative used to be, can you win a playoff game? We done killed that. So, the goalpost move with the Cowboys. We all know that. But it's to go back, it's a legitimate question about that. It really is. And every Cowboy fan, whether you're a Dak hater or whether you're a Dak lover, you've asked that same question. And that's when the opinions vary and it gets different and all that. But this is what I want to talk about. And I know I said it's a legitimate question. Can the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? It's a legitimate question. It can. It's a legitimate question. Can they win with that? But here's what I want to know. How about this? Because see, the when it comes to Dak has to be absolutely perfect. He does. He has a different set of standards, and it is what it is. But here's my question, because these are legitimate questions as well. Can Joe Burrow win the Super Bowl? Because he ain't won that. Why ain't nobody saying that? Can the Cincinnati Bengals win the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow as a quarterback? But you don't hear that. And I don't care nothing about Joe making the Super Bowl. I don't care. He didn't win it. So why don't you hear that question? Okay, y'all. Can Josh Allen win the Super Bowl? But you hear about Dak all the time. Can the Cowboys win with Dak? Can the Buffalo Bills win with Josh? Can the Cincinnati Bengals win with Joe? Well, but you don't hear that narrative. You don't ever. I mean, it ain't even been a question. It ain't even been entertained. I'm serious. Whoever. When you say Aaron Rodgers, well, Aaron did win, no doubt. But Aaron didn't win. Aaron didn't win since 2010. Multiple MVPs. Multiple. Can the Cowboys win? I mean, can the Jets win with Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback? A Super Bowl? I'm just. Can Justin Herbert win? Justin Herbert ain't been to the playoffs, but he got more respect than Dak. Ain't been. He's a great quarterback. What he done? What has he done? I will let people have the question about Dak and all that. I'm just trying to say, are there other quarterbacks that have the exact same question? Why does ESPN just only focus in on that? I think I'm asking a legitimate question. I'm for real. I'm trying to figure that out. Why don't we hear that? Joy Taylor on whatever the show is on Fox. She just threw Dak under the bus. And that's her opinion. I get it. We all know LaShawn McCoy don't do that. So we know that. That's no issue. Joy Taylor just essentially said Cowboys are not going to win anything with Dak Prescott. And hey, and I'm like, we know you're a hater. But you ain't saying that about everybody. I mean, I got a whole list of quarterbacks that you can say the same thing to, but you don't hear it. You don't hear it. Man, they talk about Dak so much, you don't even hear the question. And maybe because if everybody says Dallas is not a legitimate contender for the Super Bowl, but you lead off your stories talking about Dak Prescott and saying what he can and can't do, then why haven't I heard somebody say something like, well, can the Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins? I mean, nobody considers Minnesota really a legitimate threat to win the Super Bowl, but you don't hear that. Since the Cowboys are not a legitimate threat, why are we talking about them as if they really are? Why don't you say that about Kirk Cousins? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I can ask that same question at least about 15 quarterbacks. I'll go here. I love them, but why don't you hear about, can the Ravens win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson? See, that sounds so foreign to you that it almost sounds like it's blasphemy for me to even say that. But can they? Can they? Why don't you hear that about Lamar Jackson? I mean, why don't you hear that about Lamar Jackson? Lamar ain't won nothing. I hear about Dak all the time, every day. First Take was built off of Cowboy hate. Undisputed was built off Cowboy love and Cowboy hate. It was built off of it. Stephen A. Smith was just a one-day-a-week guy coming on First Take. But he was so good that Skip Bayless said, I need to have him every day. Stephen A. Smith, from that point on, it speaks for itself. But when he came on Wednesdays, did all they talked about was the Dallas Cowboys. And so Stephen A. Smith has figured it out and done carried them to double-digit $1 million a year contract. Was if I talk about the Cowboys every day, if I talk bad about them enough, this is going to carry me places. Look what it has done. That's what it did. Shannon Sharp was already famous, already a Hall of Fame football player, already well known, already well respected. He didn't need the Cowboys. But let's just be honest, his Cowboy hate has enhanced him. How about that? I'm just saying. I'm saying, but every day, you don't believe me? Check it out tomorrow. Check it out Monday morning. Because the ESPN ain't got nothing to talk about. It's a dead season. Baseball don't give the kind of ratings that other sports do. There's baseball lovers out here. There's no question about that. But this is considered the dead spot in sports right now. This is what this is considered to be. Kind of a dead spot in sports. We dying just waiting on football to show up. You can't wait for it. So I'm trying to figure out, why don't ESPN lead off by saying, can Josh Allen win the Super Bowl? Can Joe Burrow win the Super Bowl with Cincinnati? Can the Ravens win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson? Can the Chargers win the Super Bowl with Justin Herbert? Huh? I mean, can the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts? Contrary to popular belief, Philadelphia Eagles fan, you did not win the Super Bowl last year. You just went to the Super Bowl. You ain't won nothing. Can the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts? I'm trying to figure it out, because I'm trying to figure out why that question only applies to Dak. I'm trying to figure that out. And these independent bloggers and these independent people like me, podcasters and the major big boys, they have all fed into, as I said before, the Stephen A. theory. He is the one that is, if you just listen to Cowboy haters and you just listen to them, they'll sound just like Stephen A. They get all they punchlines from Stephen A. Smith. And and it worked. He is legitimately what I feel is one of the causes of recent Cowboy hate. I'm just telling y'all the truth. It is what it is. I'm trying to, I'm saying, y'all catching on what I'm saying. Y'all catching on. Hello to those on Podbean. Y'all catching on. I'm trying to figure out who else fits this narrative, because it certainly is not Dak Prescott. And I don't want to get it wrong, because I'm trying to be fair. It is a fair question now. I'll say that, because I've even asked that myself. It's a fair question. It's not like it's a question that came from Star Trek or something like that. It's a legitimate question. Can the Cowboys win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott? It's a legitimate question. It really is. It really is a legitimate question. But why is Dak Prescott the only name that's getting the question? That's all I'm trying to say. As if, and here, when you hear Justin Herbert has done, when you look at it, Justin Herbert has done nothing. He has not made the playoffs. He has not won, obviously, his division. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, when you hear the name Justin Herbert, people associate greatness with it. And I'm like, huh? What? What has he done? He has a rocket arm. There's plenty of quarterbacks got rocket arms. That ain't nothing. What has he won? What has he done? But when you hear his name, the only thing you hear about is how great of a young quarterback he is. He's just awesome. He needs help. And I'm like, have you seen the Chargers roster in the last 2 to 3 years? He got plenty of help. But never got no pass anywhere. I'm trying to figure out why everybody associate greatness with him. Why is everybody associating greatness with Josh Allen? It'll shock a lot of y'all to know that he had 14 interceptions last year, 9 and 10 fumbles, whatever it was. A turnover machine. That's exactly what he is. But when you hear Josh Allen, the only thing you hear about is, oh, what a leader, what a player. He can single-handedly just carry a team and all that. And he ain't won nothing either. What has he won? What? What does he want? Oh, okay, I'll take it back. I will give him credit. He's won his division before. So I'm not gonna poo-poo on that. It's hard to win the division. He's that guy. I give him that. But essentially, why is it that nobody asks this same question about Josh Allen? Can he win a Super Bowl? I mean, why? Everybody loved cool Joe Burrow. Everybody, including myself. Joe took him to the Super Bowl. Joe took the Bengals to the Super Bowl. He did. Joe Burrow did do that, but did he win it? So shouldn't that same question apply to Cincinnati and Joe Burrow? Shouldn't it? I mean, he ain't won nothing. Well, I just got a problem because I'm and everybody's pointing the narrative to Dak. Can you win? Can you do it? Can Joe Burrow do it? Can Jalen Hurts do it? Can Justin Herbert do it? Can Aaron Rodgers do it? Can David Carr do it? I mean, everybody, I'm just saying. I just wanted to point that out. I know a lot of people ain't thought about that because it's almost like I said, it's almost like foreign language to come against Joe Burrow in any instance. Really, I forget Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow at least he's been to a Super Bowl. I'm trying to figure out how Justin Herbert get all this respect though for a person who has done absolutely nothing. I'm trying to figure that out. He ain't won his division, never. He's never been to the playoffs, never. But when you talk about him, it's like he is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm trying to figure it out. What has Justin Herbert done to get all this respect like he got? Like he a first team all pro. He ain't been to it. I mean, come on now. What has he done? He has potential. What? Ain't nobody can. Every NFL quarterback got potential. Can I hear this same narrative about Jared Goff? Maybe, what about Jared Goff? Number 1 pick in the league. Number 1 pick. Legitimate number 1 overall pick in the draft. Why don't nobody say nothing about him? Can anybody help me on this? Am I the only one that's seeing this and like God dang, ESPN, do y'all have anything else to talk about other than trying to get the clickbaits so you can talk about the Dallas Cowboys? I'm trying to figure all this out. Can Dak Prescott win the Super Bowl? Can your quarterback win the Super Bowl? All you 49er fans who love to yip and talk all that mess. Can your quarterback, whoever that may be, can y'all win the Super Bowl? Because you ain't won it. Purdy just got there. Purdy got more respect than Dak already. Purdy. Seriously. Purdy has more respect than Dak. You don't hear that question about Purdy. Jalen Hurts. Can he win? Hey, I mean, can he win? Can Jalen Hurts win? Since everybody want to jump on his bandwagon, where's that question at? Because it sure ain't the same. It don't have the same energy that Dak Prescott has. They just don't. It just don't. It doesn't have the same energy. Don't have the. It's not even a mention of it. Just keep all this in mind, y'all. I'm be honest with you. Like I said, this is just my little freestyle talk today. I really didn't have anything other than to talk about, and I'll do that again. About Brandon Aubrey, kicker, who was just signed by the Cowboys. That's really all this I want to talk about. But I want to kill this non-narrative that's being talked about when it comes to the Cowboys. I haven't heard absolutely nothing from other folks. I haven't heard it. I just want to know why some of these quarterbacks can't get the same energy that Dak got. But they ain't won nothing either. David Carter flew from Vegas to New Orleans. Ain't nobody saying nothing about David Carr. Can David Carr win the Super Bowl? He's supposed to have what was David Carr? Wasn't David Carr number one pick himself? Can Baker Mayfield win? I'm just saying. Baker Mayfield, can he win? Number one overall pick in the draft. Can he win? Where is that? See, nobody even say nothing about it. It's just mind blowing. It really is. It really is. I'm serious. It really is. It's just amazing to me. I'm done with that for a minute. Cowboys signed Brandon Aubrey, USFL kicker, as I said. Shane, I'm glad if you saw my last show, you weren't with me live, but I called your name out about 4 times for the last show, so you might want to look at it. I put out a show immediately when I saw that the Cowboys signed it, Brandon Aubrey from the USFL, because I had said, Cowboys, Shane, you've been with me, so I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys are waiting for the USFL season to end so that they can sign a kicker. That's exactly what they did. Exactly what they did. Now, between my last show, which was Monday, or whenever that they signed them this week, I've looked at some stuff on Mr. Aubrey. I will say this: he has the leg. After looking at stuff, he has the leg. He can kick from at least 50 to 55. He's not a Justin Tucker. Somebody got a rocket leg. They can kick it from 65 and all that kind of stuff. That's just not. He don't, at least what I've seen, he really don't have. But he can kick from 50 to 55 effectively, without a doubt. He can do that. But I'm worried. Like I said, maybe it's because it's the unknown. Who knows? Kid may come in and light the world on fire. But I just think that you ought to have veterans in. And there's 2 names that come to mind is Mason Crosby and Robbie Gould, who's still out there. Proven guys, solid kickers, who Cowboys could have signed, but they went cheap. USFL kicker, Shane. Like I said, they did do it. So we have a kicker. We got a kicking battle going on between him and Vicerino. I believe his name is Shane Vicerino or whatever. I believe I'm right on that. There's going to be a little battle there for that. I've looked at the kid can kick. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying he'll Pro Bowl kick or nothing like that. I got a $2 super chat. Oh Lord. Eastside Harold. Saying it sounds like you making excuses for Dak. No, not making excuses for Dak. If you listen to the program, East Side, I said it's a legitimate question. It is a legitimate question. Can the Cowboys win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as quarterback? I said that. It's a legitimate question. But this is all I said was it should be the same question for a lot of other folks too. It should be the same thing, but you never hear it. You hear the total opposite. You do. Not excuses. I've already acknowledged it's a legitimate question. I just need this same question asked somewhere else. That's all. You don't never hear the question. You don't never hear it. You don't never hear that question with Justin Herbert. You don't never hear the question with Joe Burrow. You don't never hear the question. A lot of other guys. I'm trying to figure out why you ain't heard it. It's because everybody love Cowboy clickbait. That's why. That's why. Ain't no excuse for that. It's a legitimate question. I just need that same question asked to Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. I just need the same question asked that way because they ain't won nothing either. They ain't won nothing. I need the same question asked. Same question. I need the question asked to Jalen Hurts now since everybody think Jalen Hurts is all this and that, got all the weapons everywhere. I need the same question asked. The same question. Same fire, same energy, same intensity. That's what I want. Certainly, Dak Prescott is not the only quarterback that hadn't won the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think I raise a legitimate question here. I do. I think why can't I ask the same question with them other guys? That's all. All right. That's all I had for today. I'm serious. That's all I had. I can't stand it. I need the same energy with other folks. I'm done. Phone line open. 901-654-6853. I just opened it up. You can call in now. See, no, Shane, that's not the reason why. Even though you could slightly make it. That's not true. That's not true. Aaron Rodgers, I brought out his name. Aaron Rodgers has won one, but he ain't won one since 2010. Had all the teams. Why ain't nobody saying can the Jets win the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers? Why can't I hear that? Where's that question? These are questions. Joe Burrow, same thing. Can you win with Joe been there? I understand he's played less amount of years, but I can't just act like, he there. Josh Allen, good Lord. Josh Allen, can he get over the hump? Why can't I hear the same question? Why ain't they leading off sports games with saying, can Buffalo Bills win with Josh Allen as their quarterback? That's what they're saying about that. That's all I'm saying. Please let me know. All right. Phone line open again, 901-654-6853. Joe says we just need Dak to drive the bus without crashing. In other words, what Joe is saying is we just need a game manager. That's what you're saying. Well, I agree. But there's gonna be times where he's gonna have to step it up in a huge way. But he will have to play like a first team All Pro or a Pro Bowl quarterback. There's gonna be a lot of times in game, and we all know how Cowboy games are. Cowboy games always carry you to the edge of your seat. It's rare when we get a comfortable game to win. So there are gonna be times where you got to get out the game management mode. You got to be a Pro Bowl type quarterback. Dak has done that on many occasions. That's where we are. He and you gotta be real careful with the game manager type vibe, because the way I look at it is he's a guy that can he has, how I put this, Dak has a real good quarterback with some great moments. We've seen it before. He's good with he's good with some pretty good moments. We've seen it. That's what we need him to do. And that's really all, but that's another whole conversation though, Joe, because now we're talking about play call and all that kind of stuff. So we can't just can't go that route. We just got to see how McCarthy is calling games, etc., before we really can give a judgment on that. All right, nobody called in. I'm out. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Do me a favor, and if you can, do like Brother Joe did. Joe shared it. To those that will be listening to this on Spotify and Google Podcasts and LinkedIn, I appreciate all you guys. iHeartRadio, Pandora, all of you guys. Thank you for your download. Appreciate you hanging with me for a minute. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great rest of your Saturday. It's been fun. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you probably on Monday night. Tomorrow, I'll be on probably the Lakers One-on-One podcast, I think. And we'll see where we are on that. So I'll turn on, if you're following the Big Time Show Facebook page or the Big Time Show YouTube page, and you want to hear me tomorrow, I'll be talking about the Lakers a little bit more. Come hang with me tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. For the Lakers One-on-One podcast. We'll go ahead and get there with that, all right? I appreciate all of you. Go ahead, and I think Joe already beat me to the punch. Joe's already put the clap emojis up. But we can get on out of here then, since that's the case. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. This has been, without a doubt, the Big Time Show.